Hey everybody, good evening. Damon Gonzalez. Welcome back with the Slip Punches Show. We are so delighted and happy to be back, man. It's been a long ride. We've had a lot of things going on, a lot of fight cards going on. So we've been very busy. And again, once again, we are super excited coming back. We like to introduce, and of course, our show is powered by Empire Pro Tape. We appreciate you. Empire Pro Tape has been always there for us, and it's one of the top numero uno tapes in the sport of boxing to tape up fighters, and you see it all over the place. Many fighters wear it. Pumped up subs, man, these guys are great. They're out of New Jersey. Supplements that really help the fighters. They really help them in training camps and help them with, as they're working with their strengths and conditioners and what have you, and doing all these things. It's so great to look into. So go into your Instagram and your Twitters and look up Pumped Up Subs out of New Jersey. They're great people, wonderful people, and I strongly recommend that the boxing world continue to look into investing and doing whatever you can to do things to stay healthy. Stay healthy. That's the most important thing, is taking care of yourselves, your bodies, and everything. So we have a great show tonight. We're launching the show with a fantastic show. We have a young man coming on the show, man. We dig this guy. He's a great guy. He's out of London, England, and we're just super excited because it is fight week. Big shout out to Golden Boy Promotions. Big shout out to Pro Box Promotions to putting together Jaime Munguia versus Jaime Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to bring on middleweight contender Jaime Kelly to the show. Jimmy, how you doing, champ?
Yeah, feeling good, mate. Thank you for having me on.
Great. It's great to see you. How was your trip from England to Los Angeles?
Yeah, it's a long old flight, and you got your jet lag, but I'm experienced like traveling. At last time I seen you, I boxed Kanata in Florida, and obviously before that I boxed Dennis Hogan in Australia. So I've been around, and I'm no stranger to traveling.
Now I'll tell you what, Jimmy, fight of boxing have really been in an upbeat. There has been some really great fights coming off of George Kambosos and Haney over the weekend. Any quick thoughts about that fight?
Yeah, I watched it over here, and I just thought that Haney shut him down. I just think he didn't let Kambosos get into a rhythm and throw his combinations. He kept on the end of the jab, and when Kambosos wanted to come in and let his hands go, he just shut him down. He held. He did what he had to do to nullify his rhythm, and I think he done a fantastic job.
Jimmy, I'll tell you what. Back in February, I had the opportunity to meet you with, of course, the team. Big shout out, of course, to Pro Box Promotions. We brought you into Florida, and you had a great opportunity. And big shout out to Baco, the WBO. You fought for the middleweight global title, and it was against Kanat Islam. I'll tell you what, man, what a chess match! But it wasn't blind to see that you were really on point and really bringing the fight to Islam. Talk about that performance, because that was a key performance, I believe, in shooting it and watching it, and just watching how, you were very hard to hit, and it was just a great fight. Why don't you give us feedback on that fight, because that was really a good performance.
Yeah, I was a massive underdog going into the fight, but the opportunity came, and you don't get opportunities like that every day. And from like an Englishman from Manchester to then have to go abroad, it's always seen as a bit of a hard task. And added to that, you're fighting like an unbeaten Eastern European, like the Ukrainians and the Kazakhs. They have like a massive reputation about being hard, to beat. And I trusted my game plan, and me and my team went and executed it. And it was a good fight, because not only is he a strong puncher, and he medaled in the Olympics, and he's an experienced guy. I was fortunate to come away with the win, and Pro Box looked after us, and it just catapulted us into this performance now.
Jimmy, you're definitely a smart guy with a smart punch. And what I mean by that, and what I say by that is, of course, looking at your career, you had a great career. 2012, you started with your pro debut with a knockout. It's been maybe a little over 10 years since your last loss. So in 10 years, in the period of time, you've been active and you've been fighting and you've been hungry. So this is great leading up to fight week. You have a fight with Jaime Munguia in Los Angeles on Golden Boy DAZN, broadcasted live at the Honda Center. And we're super, super excited about the fight. We know what you bring to the table. Give us your thoughts about the fight and give us your thoughts about this opportunity.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity. It's on a big platform. I'm fortunate for the last fight. It put me in the window a little bit, maybe in the States. It's unfortunate that, Islam's obviously from Kazakhstan, and if it was someone of a bigger name, I think the fight would have got a lot more publicity and I would have been held to higher esteem. But it is what it is. And now leading into this fight, it's going to be a really hard fight. It's at 165, so I don't think there'll be many issues with him with the weight. So I'm expecting the best Munguia, and if he took us lightly, it's going to be a bad night for him. But I don't think he's that kind of person. I think he's a diligent fighter, and it's been short notice compared to other fights for me. But I'm always in the gym, and I did everything that I needed to do, and I've not got any excuses. And I think who can implement their game plan best. And it's my daughter's 4th birthday, the day of the fight, so I've not come over here just to make up numbers. Myself, I've travelled and I've won on the road, so I'm looking to do the same again. And taking the experience from the last fight, I just think that it can only stand me in good stead. So I'm looking forward to the fight.
So yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a spoiler or not. You're used to winning on the road, and how has this training camp leading up to this fight? How has it been for you preparing for this fight? Because when you got the call, there was no question you wanted the fight.
Yeah. I sort of got like a hint of it, maybe like 4.5 weeks before the fight, and then I got straight. I was already in light training anyway, because I believe Pro Box have a show 9th of July that they were aiming for myself, like a defense of my global title. So I was sort of in the early stages of that, and as soon as there was like a hint that the fight may go ahead, I trained as if it was on anyway. And I thought, if it doesn't go ahead, at least I'm ahead in camp for July. But I did everything that I should have done, and it was another week or so before the fight was confirmed. But by that time I was already in the mode that this fight's on, and I've had good sparring and I've done everything I can do, and it was actually like quite refreshing to have like a short, intense camp instead of like a long 8 to 12 week. The fight's at a little bit of a higher weight, so that's a positive as well. And yeah, I've got no excuses if I'm going in there for the win.
And definitely being out there in California, how do you feel in the altitude and everything's good?
Yeah, I feel fantastic. It's another nice place to see, but I've just been in the hotel room or in the gym. Like I'm not really like a sightseer. I believe I'm here for a job. Like I'm not here to go see Disney. I'm not here to go and see Hollywood. Like I'm here to do my job. And I've seen the 4 walls of my hotel room or like the gym where I've been doing like a little bit of work and that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Champion, I'll tell you what, when you were in Florida fighting and at the day of the weigh-in, I got some time to sit down with your team. And I like you to really just take a minute and give a shout out and talk about your team, because it's not just Jim Kelly. It's the team behind you, man. You guys together, I mean, what a nucleus to accomplish what you've accomplished to this point, because it's really remarkable. Talk about your team.
Yeah, so I've got a great team. Like my head coach, Andy Farnell, he's a British fighter that was world champion, I think like near the 2000s. Yeah, he was WBU champion at 2 weights. I've got my dad, who's always around us. I've got my manager, James Mulvihill, who's from my town. I've got my best friend, Dave Copeland, who's always there. And I brought a good few people over as well, like Connor Taylor, one of the boxers that's at the gym. Hannah Bagley came, and we just had like a good camp. And I think like the Brits are known for like the sense of humour and the dry sarcasm. So I think it just added to the week, and yeah, I thought it was a good week. And I think from speaking to like the people from Pro Box and that, they said like, oh yeah, it's quite entertaining. Like Team Kelly were, the good people.
Definitely. You have a great team, and we're looking forward to it. And I'm sure you're on point. How's your weight? How you feeling?
I feel great. Yeah, I made the flight over like Friday, so it'd be like 8 days before. I feel good. Like my weight's fine. Obviously, it's a little bit higher. I've just got no excuses. Like I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'm appreciative of the opportunity, and because again, it's my daughter's birthday. I don't want to sit on her birthday for the rest of my life going, nah, shit, I got beat on her birthday. Like, I want to look back on every year as she grows. I'll go like, oh yes, it's a year since I've beat Munguia. It's 2 years since I beat Munguia. So I can't have that staple time of like I took a loss. Like I'm going in and I'm rolling the dice big time. And it was before the Kanat fight. I said I'm going to win here, and I'm going to put myself in like a fantastic position, and be create like a better financial future for my family. And again, I have done, and then this will put me to another level yet again. And I'm taking the opportunity with both hands.
Well, Jimmy, I'm super excited for you, and I thank you again because, again, as promised, of course, this is fight week, and it's a very important week. And I know they're going to have you running around. You're going to be very busy, so we appreciate you sincerely taking the time to come on the Slip Punches show. And I know in the near future we'll have you back.
Anytime, mate. Anytime you want me, let me know, and I'll be there. Drop of a hat, mate. Not a problem. And again, thank you,
Jimmy. If there's a message you want to send to Jaime Munguia leading into this fight a week from now, what would that message be?
Just say all the best. Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of those people that's like gonna sit in and disrespect him in any way.
Absolutely.
I respect him as a fighter, and again, like I don't think he's the type of person to take us lightly, and I'm just looking forward to a good, competitive, hard fight. And I know that he knows he's got one on his hands, and I certainly know that I've got a hard fight on my hands. So, tune into DAZN Saturday night, and you'll see a good performance.
Jimmy, thank you so much, champion. Once again, keep on punching. Have a great fight week, and we'll see you fight night, okay?
Perfect, mate. Thank you. All the best, pal.
All the best, mate. Talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jimmy Kelly. And once again, we could not keep Jimmy on the interview very long at this time due to the nature that it is fight week, and he's going into a big fight week up in California. And we want to respect the fact that there's an agenda already set forth for Mr. Kelly. So once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. The Slip Punches show with Damon Gonzalez, Latin Box Sports, man. We really appreciate it. Big shout out to our sponsors, Pumped Up Subs and Empire Pro Tape. We appreciate you guys. Keep on punching. Once again, I am out, and I will be back very, very soon. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So long. Bye-bye.